Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to the Nightblade. No, welcome back to Dungeon Souls. We got the Nightblade. He's probably not nearly as good as he used to be, but you never know. Okay, so we need to have this one. Because favorite weapon in the game, unless it's been changed drastically, at which point it's no longer my favorite weapon in the game. I don't know, we'll find out in a little bit. Anyway, I'm having a good time. Playing Dungeon Souls again, and it's good. They've been patching it. They've been trying. Yep, this seems pretty much perfect for what I want it to do. It might even be better than it used to be. I don't know. Hard to tell. We've also got the hammer. I have not interacted with the hammer that much, and I have no idea what it does, but that's okay too. So I haven't leveled up yet. We'll get there at some point. I think my only real problem with this game is the level design ultimately ends up being a little bit flat. I'd rather it be like a straight-up dungeon crawler. Looking at you, Dreadmore. Like, actually, this game would be probably more fun if it used the Binding of Isaac style room layout system. Instead of having, like, three little things with the, instead of having, like, three sub-floors, followed by eventually, oh, wow, yeah, we actually do start with a fair amount of defense. I'm just gonna start piling points into resistance so I don't die here. But, you know, instead of having these three little sub-floors followed by a boss fight, it might actually be a better dealio if it just works like Binding of Isaac, where you have, you know, a large floor. Let's see, thick armor dashes towards cursor and increases defense for a short period of time. Don't care. First strike deals that, or we could just do this shotgun. Yeah, this is the way to go. Yeah, so by leveling up the hammer skill, it increases our first strike damage, which kind of makes sense. But it's way, way better to just pile all of my points straight into direct weapon damage with this guy. He's not exactly the most dynamic of characters, or maybe he's the most. He doesn't have a whole lot of special abilities that I actually care about, though. Which I think is the more relevant bit. I don't know. Also, apparently it's Sita. Oh. Okay, we're going into options, we are going to, not controls, we are going to options, gameplay, we're turning on auto item pickup again. Okay, return, perfect. The developer actually sent me a little message being like, by the way, you can open up your inventory, and so I had to look it up, it's C. And now you can hover over the inventory and actually see what stuff does. It's really nice. I don't know why I just walked past that like a dingus. We should probably get the cannonball. Yeah, okay. Probably Cannonball. The bouncing brain ain't bad, but Cannonball gives us an AoE, which we kind of have. We got Strike Through on this character. Part of the reason why this guy is so good is because he has really good stats and Strike Through. And, like, he's a melee character with a ranged attack, and he's kind of, I'm gonna say balanced poorly, but I think the real word would be he's balanced awesome. He's very strong, and it's very satisfying using him. I'm probably still going to switch back and forth between using the Nightblade and the Archer. Though, if we can, I should probably prep hammer mode before hitting one of these target bits. Also, have we gotten shopping yet on this floor? Yeah, we bought the cannonball right off the bat. Oh, it's so nice having a healing that actually does something. Yeah, we already went shopping. I kind of suck at hitting things sometimes. Okay, here we go. We're good. Take out the candelabra, though honestly I don't think we need a whole lot of metal scrap here. I actually really wish the weapons also had an upgrade system. So you could use some of your, like, leftover materials. Or maybe that's just me. Hello. Yeah, so that first swing does, like, 50% extra damage, or maybe it's a flat bonus. I'm not entirely sure. One way or another, it's pretty awesome for clearing a group of enemies. Though, realistically, I'm still going to be pouring all of my points directly into... I'm going to be pouring all of my level up points directly into... That's going to hurt a bit. Not nearly as much as it could have, though. Let's see, there we go. I'm going to be pouring most of my points directly into, just flat damage. along the way here. Okay, so we can't do the empty shelf yet. We don't have anything here. Plenty of ectoplasm, which doesn't do me any good. I don't know. One way or another, I don't know. I'm enjoying this. They've definitely improved the game in a very appreciable way. I'm gonna stay away. I'm gonna ignore the Redeemer for a hot second. I was really hoping we could get lucky there, but nope. Okay. So, I don't know if my, Chakar can destroy his projectiles. That's an interesting question. I also only have 2 healing potions, I notice, which is, I'd say, disconcerting, but it probably doesn't matter too much. We'll be okay. Yeah, he barely even does damage to me because I've been, stacking the resistance here. And we heal pretty dang fast, too. He does have a slowing effect on him, which is a bit rough, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we don't stop projectiles from hitting us, unlike the archer, who definitely does. Alright, whatever. I'm hoping that we can get a new weapon within the next couple episodes, just because it'd actually almost be nice if the weapons... Well, no, they are permanent, so we can start with them all the time. It'd almost be nice if they were a random drop that actually, like, persisted with the character. Like, if there's a sort of a side gear system, unlike the random power-ups, that also worked. But I don't know. I'm just trying to think of, like, cool things that would happen. Realistically, I'd say the next thing that really needs to get fixed with this game is increasing the level design, just in terms of, like, making it interesting to progress through. But maybe that's just my perspective, and I don't know. I guess it's just the game starts feeling really samey because there's no real exploration to go for. There's nothing particularly interesting as you go along. You know, it's just the same level, churn through groups of enemies. Oh, right, I forgot the Nightblade's female. I always forget that. We should probably use one of these healing potions. I'm not in that big of a... I don't know, it doesn't matter too much, but still. Also, the voice acting is still going to get to me. Though it's not as big of a deal with that boss. This boss. Wow, that was not a haul. Oh, is the purple magic dust that I keep getting... That's a boss drop. I was wondering where I was supposed to get that stuff. So Thief's Book is feeling pretty tempting. Bear Claw's pretty useless. Let's go Thief Book. Movement speed is always an appreciable thing, and I think we just got extra flat damage. Could be wrong here. Yeah, sadly we haven't really gotten much use out of this character yet, so my damage is a little bit on the garbagey side. Whatever. Okay. Oh, and we don't need any more potions either, which is nice. Yeah, we haven't ranked up yet, so we haven't gotten our major stat boosts. I'm tempted to actually, yeah, let's start putting some points into flat damage here. Since we don't have any special abilities, we can't rely on them for DPS, so we're a little bit more at the mercy of what we can get here. But luckily, it doesn't matter too much. Nightblade is super solid. I always forget the Nightblade is female, though. Like, that white part around the midriff is just straight up belly. Which is dumb. Oh, right. I forgot. I think my hammer swings destroy projectiles. It's just my Chakar that doesn't. Oh, that's fine. I've also got pretty high health regen here, so we're largely immortal. I have to keep an eye on it a little bit. Once we get into the sewers, it gets a little bit rougher and tougher and a bit more rumbly. Well, that was actually substantially less of an issue than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. Shame that does less damage. Originally, the Nightblade used to have dumb scaling. Like, it was broken how much damage you could scale here. But now it's, I don't know, feels better. Feels a lot better. Let's keep putting points into damage for the time being. But yeah, once we have enough gold, we can actually get some pretty hefty damage boosts with that, like, passive start thing. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to being the most badass dungeon crawler I can possibly be, because I don't think we ever quite finished it. last time. We got close before my save file got disrupted. I'm really hoping that's not a thing in this one. Oh, hey, these guys have shown up. These guys hurt. Luckily, I attack a fair bit faster than them, and I think I stun them. Unfortunately, it's very hard to tell when I've stunned them. Okay, so there's the wizard. I should probably just hit him a bunch. There we go. I thought there was going to be a, somebody else. Guess not. Huh. I do wish that you actually got, like, a tangible benefit for killing the, what are they, the Soul Hunters or whatever the name is? Man, I remember when they were, like, this kind of boogeyman thing, back when this game was developed by the first guy, I guess. You know, there was this, like, upcoming patch, there was, like, a bunch of teaser art and stuff, and it was supposed to be, like, this big awesome thing. And really, it's just a couple of enemies that ambush you randomly throughout the dungeon. Which, I mean, realistically, I don't actually mind. I think it's a fine system, but it took so long for this patch to come out, it's kind of become this, like, joke in my head of, like, you know, that's it. I always feel bad about that. Okay, so I've got a silver chest somewhere around here. Here we go. I think that's the bastard sword. Though, that might be... yeah, 10 bonus damage, slower attack speed. That's a bit rough. But that actually works out great for me, because we're not attacking very fast. Okay, we kind of are with the hammer. So it's like... it's a bit of a benefit and it's a bit of a negative. I'm gonna say this is probably the only character where the bastard sword is really a straight up flat positive, like positive upgrade though. Because now I just like smash people for crazy damage. Alright, not a whole lot of reason why not to. What was that? Healer's book. No key. Thought it was a key for some reason. Oh, bad. Oh, it doesn't matter. But yeah, since my Chikar just flies around striking through and bouncing all the time, it doesn't really matter. Having a slow attack speed. It's rough when it comes to the hammer. A faster attack speed would be quite handy for that kind of business, but still. It's so satisfying when it hits like a group of enemies. I actually cannot wait until we can get our hands on the I just get there. Just cloth armor. I can't wait till we can get our hands on the strike-through bow for the strike-through bow for the ranger, because that's going to make him as good, if not better, than the Nightblade for a lot of reasons. The only major tangible benefit over the ranger for the Nightblade would be the give me a second. Brain catching up. Let's grab the Warriors book, probably. The Nightblade has a higher base set of stats. The Ranger is always going to be a little bit weaker. But with the right itemization, or, I mean, really, it's just RNG, that's not really an issue. They're all pretty viable. I will admit, I do miss the, like, stupid, ridiculous, Invinca Thief that I used to have. What was he? Always invisible or something like that? That was a particular kind of broken nonsense. I love running into stuff like that, but it's also kind of boring. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a bit harder because we don't have spam shot or anything like that. But that's okay. Oh crap, we don't have any more keys, do we? I wish keys were a little bit more plentiful. I don't know. Hard to say. Dang. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, didn't this game originally have, like, a much more open level design? And then it switched to the... It did! I remember the, like, original version I played. If you guys go all the way back to episode 1. Okay, this is gonna hurt a bit. That move is a jerk. We attack really slowly. Makes it a problem. Oh, fire shard. I don't know what that last thing was. Question, is this unique? Broadsword is unique. Oh, broadsword was turned into 20 bones. Well, that's good, actually. I like that. Let's go back to putting points into resistance. Let's see. So what did we pick up? We picked up foot finger. Yeah. We're not in a bad spot. Potion of rage isn't super useful here. Detonator or medical herb? I'm gonna go medical herb. The more HP regen we have, the longer we can go. The detonator is tempting, but we already do a fair amount of damage here. So that's a little bit less necessary. But yeah, this way we can tank hits like nobody's business. Because we've got a fair resistance and range, strike through, comboed with, I mean, I actually don't know what my HP per second is, because it's a little bit higher because of the passive. We might actually be able to make it through the fairy zone. Could be wrong, we'll see. But yeah, I can just face tank now. Well, this is good stuff. Oh, this hammer is slow. This guy is tough. Yeah, we might as well just hit him a bunch. It's gonna be a bit rough fighting either of the bosses with this guy, just because slow damage, slow character. We'll figure it out. At least we won't get clobber-knotted by things. Oh, this is really amusing to watch. This is why I like this character. Yeah, hopefully we can get up a rank on the first go. That'd be actually kind of a nice boon. Though honestly, I do wish that the rank system came with a little bit more oomph. I don't know exactly what I mean here. Like, the early rank ups don't really seem to make much of a difference here. And it'd be really nice if they were like, you know, between rank 1 and rank 2. It's, like if it was like a pretty substantial bonus. To kind of get you a speed up in grinding. But I guess the point is they want it to be much more exponential. Yep, okay, so hammer swings do break projectiles. Which sucks because we picked up the bastard sword. And realistically, Bastard Sword is going to put a dampener on my attacking, because it is a substantial attack speed down, and I kind of hate it. Okay, it's just the Yetis. Now, if Roguelands taught me anything, it's the Yetis are jerks. If this game's taught me anything, Yetis are still also jerks. There's no middle ground, it's just jerk or still jerk. Oh, that's okay. I'll just wallop this guy really slowly. Yeah, the problem is the hammer is already like the slowest weapon in the game. But it doesn't have the damage to match. At high rank it does, but as we stand, no. But then again, the point of this game is not that you can clear it on the first run. It's that you grind some more, and eventually you get to the point where you can clobber knot your way through the game. I want to kill Mr. Snowcane Man. There we go. Sadly, it doesn't look like he actually had anything cool from that, which sucks a bit, but whatever. Okay, let's get another warrior book. Bonus defense. Oh, it does have diminishing returns though, which kind of sucks, but nah. Okay, so we're looking for the Christmas tree. Honestly, probably want to hold off on the Christmas... Oh, shoot, there's only 3 teleporters here. We're going to have to be careful about that. But we're looking for the Christmas tree. I think I can survive that level. And even if I can't, it's always kind of a... I'm going to say a positive thing when you end a run, because it means your next run is going to be that much more powerful. I don't even know if there's a point to fighting those big guys. They're kind of worth money, I guess. I'll admit that. But still... The lack of keys always makes me sad. It's like, look at all this treasure that I will never have. It just feels like I'm being taunted here. But that's okay. Let's see. So a lot of people have been super positive about the fact that I'm returning to roguelikes. Yeah. I am too. It's weird. You know, I think I just got cranky at them for a while. You know, 2014 was an amazing year for roguelikes. Vagante, which technically came out in... Was it 2014 or was it 2015? Last year. Last year was a great year for roguelikes. This year has been an awful year for roguelikes. There was Enter the Gungeon. That was it. Last year we had Afterbirth, we had Vagante, which technically, yes, came out in 2014, but still. We had Vagante, Runers, which was also 2014, but still. Cavern Kings, Catacomb Kids. I'm trying to think of the other ones. I mean, this game. Neurovoider. There's a lot of them. It really was. And the problem is, this year had Necropolis, which I don't know if you guys have been following my current run-through. Oh, we're already done. Okay, let's run away from him. Didn't realize we were already done. Well, let's just get out of here. Okay, there we go. Luckily, I can heal through most of the Redeemer's damage, but it's still one of those where I don't want to risk it too much. But, you know, this year's had Necropolis, and I don't know if you've been keeping up with my Brutal Edition playthrough, but, not terribly impressed with that game. It had a lot of potential, and it still does, but it's not nearly as good as, like, I think anybody wanted it to be, which super sucks. And then there was Gungeon, which, I'm gonna be honest, I liked a lot of things about Gungeon. I hated the RNG in it. It was punishing in an unfun way. Like, every once in a while, Binding of Isaac will have, like, something kind of trolly and mean and whatever. Gungeon just always felt like... it was just there to make you kind of grumple. And that was my problem with it. It's just like, oh, you have this cool gun. Well, you can only use it for one level, and then you run out of ammo, and good luck finding more. And, oh, by the way, this also makes it so you're running across, like, a bunch of these really hard enemies. And, oh, by the way, if you want to get more health up, so you have to flawless every freaking boss fight. Just after a certain point, it just became this kind of, like, it was a chore, playing it. I liked the idea of it. It had some really good ideas, don't get me wrong. But just the way it was balanced it wasn't fun. And I'm sure I could have mastered it eventually, but you can only get told to get good so many times before you just get sick of it because, you know, you only have the t-shirt cannon as your primary armament. Nothing's more frustrating than that. But, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, other specific, like, good roguelikes from this year, and I'm coming up with blanks. I'm sure there's, like, a couple more that I've totally forgotten. Oh yeah, there was Cave Blazers, which just came out too early. I liked Cave Blazers. It had some really neat ideas. It's just... it wasn't ready. It wasn't balanced. And, like, if my complaints about Gungeon's RNG should be considered valid, oh my god. These things still do 14 damage per hit. I mean, luckily I've got 9 HP per second, but, like, criminy. Come on. There we go. Let's see, what else was there? Yeah, this year's been a great year for a lot of other types of games, like Scrap Mechanic and Fallout and a lot of other things. Oh, there's some extra damage that we can latch onto. That's helpful at the very least. This is a little bit more of an advantageous location. There we go. Okay. We just got another damage book, so we are kind of golden. We've got 2 more things. Okay, so we've got Barbarian Book, extra damage, extra magic damage. Let's just go extra flat damage. We don't have any keys, much to my general sadness, but still, this is definitely going to improve the amount of killing that my Shakar can do. We're still dead the moment we hit the Soul Keeper, or whatever his name is, but, I mean, that goes without saying. It's gonna be a long day before we fight him, and honestly, it's probably gonna be the Necromancer that kills him. Maybe once we're maxed out or something. I'm gonna get out of the center of that mess. Yeah, you never want to fight these guys in tight corridors. Ever. That is how death happens. Or more per se, you don't want to fight them in the same room. You want to be outside of their room, piling shots into them from a distance, to the point where they can't do this dumb reboundy shot business on you over and over and over again. Okay, I'm gonna throw more points into resistance. I have no idea if they do physical damage or otherwise. That's an interesting question. Also, the Redeemer looks way cooler than it used to. What the deuce is this thing? It's freaky and it's very fast. Was that a golden key I opened up, or what the devil is even going on? This boss is new. It used to be the, there's a fly in front of my face, and it's not the boss. Yeah, this boss used to just be the Snow Queen again. And so I'm kind of confused. It feels kind of unfinished to me, somehow. I think it's the fact that it... Does it attack? Oh, it does, occasionally. For, like, no damage. And then every once in a while I just go straight into crazy pinball mode. Yeah, I don't think this boss is finished. Which I guess really isn't that big of a deal, but still. It's just surprising. Okay. Well, he died. I guess. Why am I so fast all of a sudden? It's really strange, honestly. Let's see. Devil's Hoof. What's this? Oh, Shoes of Haste. Double your speed, but the Redeemer spawns immediately after portal activation. Huh. So that's why I'm so fast. I'll take it. Redeemer is not actually that dangerous of a fellow.